Hi everyone, this is Sam Gibbs. I'm the director of Romeo and Juliet, the third show ever produced by the Stairwell Theater, and the former artistic director and co-founder of the Free Theater, which was a national company, toured around the United States doing some American drama. So I'm coming at you today. I wanted to film a little ASMR video, give you a taste of the director's creative process and what I like to do to prepare a play. So I was going to show you our play map. Let's get started, shall we? So this is a play map. It's a way of dissecting a Shakespeare play based on the lines in the play, how many words are in the play, and you use that to show the structure of what's being said, and then you can break down that structure. The point is to learn new things about your play by looking at it written out as a timeline. So I'm going to go into how that works and tell you a little bit of some of the things I've discovered from R and J. So first of all, big shout out to Professor Michael Hackett. He was our directing professor at UCLA, and he was the first one to make us make these play maps. So thank you, Michael. I sent him an email with a picture of me with the play map, and I think he's tickled that we're still doing some of the things he taught us. Also, I apologize for ambient noise. The road outside can be very loud. So, the way that you dissect a play, you take a piece of ruled paper like this, and then each line in the paper is 20 lines of play text. So you draw, as you can see, lateral lines along the bottom, showing how many lines of play text there are. So the start of the play is over here. This is scene 1. Scene 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this delineation of Romeo and Juliet has 25 scenes. And I put into here many things. Here's how I broke it down. Location. The gray are the streets of Verona. Red is the Capulet compound. Blue is the friar's cell. And this nasty purple color on this far side. Mantua, which is kind of a wasteland that Romeo gets stuck in when he's banished. So, now what did I learn from this? Well, I learned that Mercutio's death falls exactly halfway through the play. That's what this line is. Mercutio's dying. Now that's exactly halfway. So that gives us some hints. We all know that Romeo and Juliet combines comedy and tragedy. But it's very interesting that the comedy might be the first half. It's broken up exactly halfway when Mercutio gets stabbed and becomes tragic for the second half. As a director, that speaks to me of a theme of this play being life and the fact that it can suddenly change into disaster on a dime, which I think goes along with this idea of why humans fight, why we can't get along, and what repercussions it has when we build up too much competitive energy. It's also very interesting to me that with the locations, we obviously flip a lot, more than I thought. From the streets of Verona to the Capulet compound. It spends almost half the play inside the Capulet compound. So what does that say? That says that this is a domestic drama as much as it is a public, civic drama of the streets of Verona. So we're seeing what effects our story has on the city and the community in the street, and on the Capulets as a kind of microcosm family. Families are something Shakespeare's always fascinated in talking about, as microcosms of the universe. So we see how the prince rules the city, and how Capulet rules his family, and what repercussions it has. I also have how often Romeo and Juliet are in the show. What's interesting about that to me is that they both get these massive breaks, so they get some rest. And how much, just how much. See all those red J's? That's how much the play becomes Juliet's play. In Acts 3 and 4, Romeo's in it much less, and she suddenly becomes our guide to the impending catastrophe. There's also some fascinating points of symmetry you can see in the structure of the play. Many of the scenes that take place with a cast of characters near the beginning take place with that same cast near the end, and that symmetry goes through the whole thing. Shakespeare famously does this idea very concisely in The Tempest. The Tempest is a beautifully symmetrical play, with the storm and the epilogue being the two bookends on either side. It's kind of interesting. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to go too much further into it, but this was a little ASMR video about the director's process in dissecting a play. Thanks so much for your time, and thanks for donating to the Kickstarter. Please like, follow, or share this video, and please consider making a donation. We're in the last 10 days. These violent delights